You subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Chelsea have finally officially announced the arrival of Liam Delap as their new recruit this summer. The young English striker was brought in from Ipswich Town for a fee of £30 million, after impressing in his debut season in the Premier League with 12 goals in 37 games, although Ipswich were eventually relegated. In his official statement to the club website, Delap expressed his pride. "I understand the size of this club and can see the positive direction that is being built with the players and the head coach. This will be a great place to develop." The 22-year-old is no stranger to Enzo Maresca. The two previously worked together at Manchester City U23, where Delap'S scored 24 goals in 20 Premier League 2 games. He also scored on his senior City debut in the League Cup. After spending time on loan at Stoke, Preston and Hull City, Delap performed well at Ipswich last season and is considered ready to move up a level. In addition to his ever-growing club career, he has also been active in representing England at youth level, most recently with the U21S in March. Chelsea welcomed Delap as part of their long-term project, as well as a solution for a front line that needs new energy. With his track record and relationship with Maresca, Delap is predicted to be given an important role straight away. In your opinion, can Delap immediately fit in and become a sharp solution for Chelsea's attack line next season?
You subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Carlo Ancelotti immediately caught the public's attention after giving sky-high praise to Estevao Willian aka Sancho. The Palmeiras wonderkid has officially reached an agreement to join Chelsea for £56 million. He's only 18 years old, but his statistics are extraordinary. 78 matches with Palmeiras, 26 goals and 15 assists. Estevao has also recorded 4 caps for Brazil and is believed to be an important player in Ancelotti's squad. In a press conference ahead of the match against Ecuador, the former Real Madrid coach said, "I have never seen him directly, only from videos and TV, but everyone can see. He is a player with extraordinary talent, special, still young, and has a lot of potential." Ancelotti added that Estevao is a humble player, has passion and personality, as well as extraordinary creativity. "He has all the characteristics to be an important player for the future of the national team," he said. With a high price tag and praise from a coach like Ancelotti, expectations for Estevao in the Premier League are skyrocketing. If he impresses in the Copa America and is successful with Chelsea, it is not impossible that his name will be alongside other big Brazilian stars. Do you think Estevao will be successful at Chelsea, or will he become a young star who sinks?
You subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Jadon Sancho has officially left Chelsea. The Manchester United loanee was not made permanent, despite performing well and even scoring in the Europa Conference League final when the Blues crushed Real Betis 4-1. Chelsea actually wanted to keep Sancho, but failed to reach a personal agreement, forcing the club to pay a £5 million penalty to Manchester United to cancel the permanent clause in his loan contract. Sancho himself said an emotional farewell via Instagram and X. "Grateful for the experience. Big love to everyone at Chelsea who made me feel at home. Players, staff, and fans. Truly grateful. Thank you, Blues." Unfortunately, Sancho's future at Manchester United is also at a standstill. After a long conflict with Erik ten Hag and inconsistent performance since his £73 million transfer from Dortmund in 2021, he now only has 1 year left on his contract at Old Trafford and is certain to be sold. West Ham United is the first club to seriously target him. According to TalkSport, Graham Potter is on the hunt for a new winger after the Hammers' form slumped towards the end of the season, and Sancho is seen as the perfect solution. With an impressive performance in the final match, and still only 25 years of age, Sancho is clearly still highly marketable. But now, the ball is in United's court. Do they want to sell quickly, or hope for a miracle? Either way, West Ham are ready to make a move.
You subscribe to our YouTube channel.
A major scandal continues to surround the proceeds of the Chelsea sale. Almost 2 years after Roman Abramovich relinquished ownership of the club, funds worth £2.5 billion from the sale are still frozen by the British government. Now, the new British government has stated that it is ready to take Abramovich to court if this deadlock continues. Reported by The Sun, and confirmed by Ukrinform, Chancellor Rachel Reeves and Foreign Secretary David Lammy released a firm statement. The government is determined to ensure that funds from the sale of Chelsea are used for humanitarian purposes in Ukraine. However, they also admitted to being very frustrated that an agreement has not been reached with Abramovich. The UK has emphasized that legal proceedings could be the last way out. We are ready to go to court to ensure that the Ukrainian people who have suffered from the Russian invasion can immediately receive this aid, added the official government statement. Abramovich himself initially stated that all proceeds from the sale would be donated to victims of the war in Ukraine. But along with these good intentions, the British government immediately imposed sanctions on the Russian oligarch. As a result, although the sale of Chelsea was approved, the distribution of funds was suspended until official permission from the government's financial institution was issued. Now, with the British government increasingly aggressive and the international public scrutinizing the delay, the question is clear: will Abramovich fight back? Or will he give in and part with his huge sum? What is certain is that this drama shows that Abramovich's legacy at Chelsea is not truly over.
You subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Chelsea have moved swiftly to sign a new goalkeeper, with Mike Maignan a top target. Reports in Italy suggest Milan have set a price tag of £25 million. Maresca want Maignan to join before the Club World Cup kicks off, following Robert Sanchez's disappointing form. Petrovic is not yet believed to be consistent enough, while Kepa is almost certain to be released. Maignan, who won Serie A and the Supercoppa with Milan, only has a year left on his contract, opening up a great opportunity for the Blues to secure the French international goalkeeper. The Jadon Sancho drama ended in an anticlimax. Chelsea officially ended his loan spell early by paying a £5 million penalty to Manchester United. Despite scoring in the Conference League final, Chelsea failed to agree personal terms with Sancho for a permanent deal. The winger is now back at Old Trafford, but is definitely not part of the long-term plans. West Ham are said to be interested, and Sancho has thanked Chelsea fans via social media, marking a brief but memorable farewell. It's official. Liam Delap is a new Chelsea player. The 22-year-old striker was signed from Ipswich Town with a release clause of £30 million and signed a 6-year contract until 2031. Delap, who was coached by Maresca at Man City U23, is a strategic purchase to fill the front line, which is still inconsistent. With 12 goals last season, Delap is expected to compete directly with Nicholas Jackson. His participation in the Club World Cup has not been confirmed, but many believe he will be played immediately for a quick adaptation. Chelsea are not stopping the hunt for young English players. Now, Everton centre-back Jared Branthwaite is a target. However, the Blues must compete with London rivals, Tottenham Hotspur. Branthwaite is expected to be sold by Everton to fund their own spending this summer. Chelsea see him as a long-term candidate to replace Thiago Silva, who has left. With his young age and experience in the Premier League, Branthwaite is considered suitable for Maresca's long-term project. Another English graduate who has shown abroad is trying to be brought home. Chelsea are in negotiations with Borussia Dortmund to bring in Jamie Gittins. The young winger is considered to be able to add depth to Chelsea's wings, especially if the Michael Olise transfer fails to happen. The target is clear: to complete the deal before the Club World Cup starts in 2 weeks. Gittins, a player with high speed and creativity, could be Maresca's new secret weapon next season.
You subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Jadon Sancho has officially left Chelsea, and now his future is back in the spotlight. Before he could even set foot on the Old Trafford pitch, the 25-year-old winger was immediately targeted by 3 Saudi Arabian giants at once: Al Hilal, Al Ittihad, and Al Nassr. A report from Mirror Football states that the 3 are monitoring Sancho's situation, who returned to MU after Chelsea failed to make his transfer permanent. The Blues had to pay a £5 million penalty to terminate the purchase clause because they could not agree on the player's salary. Meanwhile, at MU, Sancho's tolerance period has expired. He has had almost no place since his clash with Erik ten Hag. So Saudi could be the perfect way out, both for Sancho and for MU, who want to release him permanently. Sancho had performed well at the end of the season with Chelsea, including scoring a goal in the Conference League finals. However, His consistency remains questionable. If he moves to Saudi, he will follow big names like Cristiano Ronaldo, Benzema, and Mahrez. And what's more interesting, MU could potentially get a fresh injection of funds for a squad overhaul. Is this the end of Sancho's career in Europe? Or is it the beginning of an international comeback through a new stage in the Middle East?
You subscribe to our YouTube channel.